let's talk goal setting for reading. Hi, I am Casey. Welcome back to my channel. And today I want to talk about, as you saw with my lovely notes, because I have a lot to talk about. Let's talk about setting goals for some reading. This month, I had planned on reading these books, but I read these books and these books. And amazingly, that's a lot of books. And I'm totally not bragging. But I have a lot of people that ask me, how do you get so much read in a month? You're busy. You have kids that you chase all the time. How do you do it? So I'm letting you guys know my secrets. Okay, so first of all, disclaimer, reading should always be fun. You should always be happy when you read. If a book is not making you happy, DNF it. Like, seriously, toss it aside. I can't tell you how many books I have DNF'd this year because I'm just like, this wasn't a good fit for me. Even books that had some fairly decent ratings, it wasn't my fit. So I got rid of them. Anyway, books are here to entertain. They're here to teach. They're to stretch your brain. They might even change your mind on some things depending on what you learn and what you find. So first of all, something that I do for myself, and I don't even do it every month. So please don't take it like I have this down as a science, because I don't. I've just found something that works for me and something that makes my brain feel good, and it helps. So the pile of books that you saw a little bit ago were what I decided these are the ones that I want to get done this month. Granted, the majority of my reading is via the Libby app with Kindle and audio. So if they wouldn't become available in October, I would just bump them to November. It's not a big deal. I don't tend to get hung up too much on I have to get this read this month, which I think is part of the reading problem. We get ourselves stuck in a slump. There's just too much pressure. Anyway, I digress. So I set myself a small goal. Let's say 5-6 books in a month. And that's a combination of mostly Kindle and audio. I don't read a lot of physical books. I mean, obviously I have them, but it's a struggle to actually sit down with a physical book and read them. That is usually reserved for summertime. So if I get the books that I want to done, then anything else is bonus. And that feels really good. It feels like I'm getting ahead on my TBRs, even though, it's your opinion if you feel like you're getting ahead or if you feel like you're staying on track. It's just what works for me. Number 2 is to make it cozy. So soft furniture, sit outside, sit at the morning, table and drink a cup of coffee. You can usually find me settled on the couch with my water or coffee, and I'm drinking that. I'm reading. I'm reading while I'm drinking my fluids. Oh my goodness. And that's how I get my reading done. I just make it nice and cozy. So number 3 is doing a combination of Kindle, physical, or audiobook. Now, for myself, I will often read separate books. If I'm brave enough to throw a physical book in, I read that during the day. If it's a Kindle book, I read that while I am in bed. And if it's an audiobook, I'm reading that while I'm in the car and I'm up doing housework. Some people will read one book on all 3 versions, or use all 3 versions to read one book. If they can't read their physical book, they'll read it on Kindle. If they can't sit down and read, then they'll have, an earbud to listen. So whichever works, either one gets the same results. You're reading. The goal is to read. Okay, number 4. There's so much controversy about this, but here we go. Audio speed. I cannot stand to listen to my books on 1x speed. it's too slow for me. And that is not to say that that's not a good fit for somebody else. I just can't handle it. I think that there's something wrong with the audiobook, or that the book has ended, or whatever, or we're moving on to the next chapter. It's too slow. If you can't stand it at 1x speed, speed it up. You can do it, you know, as fast or as little as you want. I typically go to 2x speed. Depending on the book, I will do 2.5 if the 2 speed is just really dragging me down. I gotta bump it up. Or if it's a book that I'm not really enjoying and I just kind of want to get it done and over with, I speed it up. Okay, number 5, journals. Okay, I love the rush of finishing a book because then I get to sit down and journal about it. I was able to find journals at the Dollar Tree. I don't know if they carry them anymore or not, but Amazon also does carry a version that once they get through my Dollar Tree journals, I will probably try one of those because they just look like a lot of fun. There's coloring things and lists and star readings. And so that, it just gives me something forward. No, sorry. It gives me something to look forward to when I'm finished. You know, you could do like a sticker chart or something. That's not, okay, like you don't have to be a kid to love stickers. I love stickers. If I want to put a sticker in my journal, then yeah, I do it. Or a stamp with some ink, like to celebrate that I've gotten finished with it. Like, make it fun. Something else that I've thought of doing is like, you know, I finished so many books, I go get a coffee. You know, just to reward and treat myself. So these are 5 tips that I hope maybe you will have found one of them to be helpful. These are some of the things that I do that help make reading enjoyable for me and to keep me out of a slump. Bonus tip. I'm really struggling right now with the talking. Bonus tip. Read seasonally. If it's fall, read some fall books. If you're feeling those fall vibes around you and the environment from the leaves changing color and it getting cooler, grab some fall books. I've got 2 right here and Kindling is over there. I loved all 3 of them. They were great. I do have my lineup for winter. Can't remember all the titles. There's a good handful of them. They will be on my TBR starting in probably December, I'm going to say. I like to wait to read my holiday TBRs like in December. I don't want them any early. I'm still at that generation where Thanksgiving has to have its own place. Granted, there are not that many Thanksgiving books. And I'm rambling now, so I'm going to wrap it up. Anyway, I hope that these were helpful to you. If they are, drop them in the comments, update me, or if you have any other tips that you would like to share, add them to the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this video and talking with you. And yeah, I can't wait to hear back. Bye. La 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 la.